Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to do SUMIF function. Adds the cells specified by a given condition or criteria. In the previous task, we have done COUNTIF function. Now we are doing SUMIF. COUNTIF only counts number of cells according to the criteria, but whereas SUMIF, it adds the cells specified by given a condition or criteria. Let's do the task 20k. Okay, in this task we are going to open the file task20j and we are going to insert the label total experience for in cell A34, the label programmer in cell A35 and engineer in cell A36. Let's go back to the task. Let's go down A34. Here we are going to write A34 programmer. Okay, no, insert the label total experience for in A34. Total experience for. Total experience for. Okay, and in cell A35, we should write programmer. Programmer. Okay, in A36 we should write engineer. Okay, after entering the text, then what we should do, we need to insert a formula in the cell B35 that uses both absolute and relative referencing to calculate number of years experience for the programmer. Okay, here we have to find out number of years of experience for the programmer. Look at this data and look at this data. Here we have programmer, number of years experience is 3 years. Programmer has 2 years experience. Here programmer 5 years of experience. Programmer 14 years of experience. Like this, wherever we have a criteria programmer, it has to add all the corresponding cells. Okay, so here we are going to use a function called SUMIF equals SUMIF, so open the bracket, then range. Which range are we going to take? We are going to take criteria range. So programmer is in criteria, therefore we have to take criteria range. So we have taken the range, comma, then we should write the criteria. What is the criteria? Programmer. We can write programmer directly here, but they ask us to take relative and absolute reference. Therefore, we have to take the reference of the cell programmer, A35, comma, we need to take some range. So to whom we have to add? We have to add years of experience. So years of experience is here. So in SUMIF function, we are using two ranges. One is criteria range. The first one is a criteria range and the criteria, then some range. So what is the criteria range? The first one where programmer is exist, and this one is some range. Okay, in this one, the first range and the second range must be an absolute reference, and whereas criteria should be an relative. I will show you the difference here. If at all, if we write here instead of A35 programmer in speech marks programmer. Okay, so if you write like this and if you press enter, you will get the value 36, but you cannot copy this down. Okay, because the criteria is programmer here. Therefore, if you copy again, so you will get programmer, and the references are changing, B4 to B22. Here we have B3 to B21. So what he said in this task, we need to use both absolute and relative referencing. So what we should do, we have to make range should be absolute reference. When I drag the formula down, the range should not change. Okay, Therefore I have to make this one as absolute reference. So when you give $, the range will become absolute reference. Okay, like this. So we don't want to change the range, so it should be always same. Fine, like this. And again you use $, after C again should be $. So this is the range. Now what I can do, simply I can copy this formula down like this. That's all. There are 26 years of experience all engineers have, and whereas programmers have 36.2 years of experience. Look at the formula, go to formula and show formula. Here you can see. Okay, so I will zoom it so that you can see how exactly the formula is here. Clear, guys? So this is the formula for SUMIF. SUMIF, first range, reference, then another range. First range is a criteria range, and the second range is sum range. Okay, 10 criteria. So when I drag this formula down, A35 is becoming A36 because we have engineer in the next cell. So this is how you should use relative and absolute reference. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, share, subscribe and like. Thank you once again.